see the
But
guys.
honestly, you looked really good last time around. That was
Oh, thanks.
the best condition I've seen you in, I don't know, years.
Yeah, it's a funny game because that was I hate to even admit it, but that was the least that's the least work I've done. Right? It's like you see how Samson worked so hard to bring and it's like he just lost tissue. He lost more tissue than he gained condition, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So
Did you see Hottie too? I saw a
yeah,
before and after from Hottie. Hottie because Hottie, like I remember I was always like the front lat spread, he wins easily.
hmm
And this time around, I'm like, is he like, I don't know. They all looked like it was tested Olympia again, and they had to get off 3 weeks before. Yeah, they looked like they were dry, but they looked a little flat and like they were, off drugs
that
almost.
that's the thing. It's like you hammer it, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, and you don't realize what you're asking for because everybody's body isn't gonna just look like Phil Heath, shredded and round and 3D. That's not how life goes. Most people have to find some kind of medium, So when I was actually obsessed with condition, everything was condition. Is when I look soft. I know that I was probably leaner back then than I am now, but it doesn't matter because it's what you show on stage. And Ken having the difficult technical difficulties.
Fuck.
No, yeah, but like Samson knows that he's probably the leanest he ever been, but it's irrelevant because it
Oh,
didn't show on stage, you know?
it's gonna be interesting now in Prague, dude. Everyone is like Keon is there, Fitzwater and Sampson. That's gonna be nice.
That's the one who has unfortunately, the one who has the most to lose probably is Samson.
Oh
Because
yeah,
okay, if Keon loses to Samson or Martin, I mean, big deal, right? We talking about top five open guys. If either of them lose to Keon, I don't think that's a bad thing for them because I really think Keon is that good. But they're gonna look at it probably as a big
yeah,
loss, you know. And
yeah.
I know Martin doesn't like to lose. Martin don't like to lose.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Ken? Uh,
Oh, I saw you in New York. You did New York, right?
Ken. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ken did New York. Can you hear us yet? I think he's still setting up.
I was like, I looked at him like this guy has real good potential. He wasn't like dialed enough.
Uh-huh.
You saw he had everything.
You,
Yeah, good.
you know, I actually thought Ken was gonna get overlooked, but then he started getting hyped. So I was like, oh, perfect. He's not gonna get overlooked. I still think he would. I mean, okay, New York is New York. It was the heavy hitters, but I still think he was overlooked for the other show. I
The
mean,
guy is losing his internet all the time.
oh,
Sorry, sorry guys. I,
you
I
know,
I haven't updated Zoom on this laptop in like forever. It's bugging out.
oh,
Seriously.
No, I think it's baby.
Oh
my
yeah? Oh, it's Beatty? Okay.
my internet been sus. I restarted it, so it should be decent. But
Yeah.
let's see.
What's what's up, I don't think that's your name, Austrian Powers.
Leo,
It's
Leo is my name. Leo.
Leo. Yeah, Leo. I do watch your podcast. You've been bringing out some fire content lately, so
Thank you, man.
it's good to finally meet you.
Yeah,
Likewise. I saw you at New York. We both did New York.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. New York was my debut.
Yeah.
Good show. It wasn't. I wish I brought my Legion look to New York. I think
Yeah,
I
you
was
got better.
better 2 weeks after.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But you live and you learn, and you take the data, and then you come back. It's my first two pro shows, so I got your expectations are not to win at that point, So yeah.
Where did
But
you
you
play?
can't win. I think you have all of the potential. Like you have such full, clean muscle. You like maybe you need a little bit more here and there, but if you like come in dialed, like that can be really good, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we're gonna focus on this off season. Like from my amateur to my pro, I took a year off season and we really, really pushed hard, So bringing me down kind of it was a lot harder to bring me down,
Yeah.
I had a lot to lose.
No shit.
But this year for the off season, Yeah, we're kind of keeping things a little bit closer to striking distance.
That's good.
So we can come in, yeah, just a little bit tighter. Cause I think that was the main critique, just coming in just a little bit tighter. And then, if my back I can bring some added slaps to the back, then I don't foresee me having a problem winning, a good picked pro show. If there's no top 10 Olympian in there, then I have a legitimate shot.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too.
What I will say though, when it comes to the West Africans, it's a little the peaking is a little bit different. Like we saw with Samson and Andrew, right? Sometimes actually we may look like we just talked about this actually. We may look like we're softer when we're flat, and then we come in bursting full like Andrew did. You actually see more detail. So it's like most coaches work with us. They're like, come down, come down, come down, come down, because they want to see those lines. And sometimes the lines get worse. So it's almost like you have to find a medium. Because when Ken was actually a little further out, when he was huge, and what he traded for condition for that size is not equal, right? Like
Wasn't worth it.
Samson comes down 15 pounds, and he's like he's 2% tighter, but he lost that pop. And Ken looked like Kai Green basically
Yeah.
in prep. So it's like
6 weeks out, if I brought that look, that would have been the perfect spot. We should have just like kept it there. Yeah.
And maybe you just need a little longer, just take 20 weeks.
that could work too. But like, okay, is that look gonna be
20
as
weeks.
peeled as?
Yeah.
Huh? Is that look gonna be as peeled as fucking Hottie? No, but it's a different look, and in some ways, it may
Yeah,
be
this
more.
internet is bad, my friend.
Oh shit! Y'all lost me.
Yeah, but now, like he's also frozen for me.
Uh-oh. Who got who? Who's
Now Ken is frozen. I had everyone frozen besides me.
yeah? I think me and Ken both of the internet is probably a little bit off because yeah, Ken
Yeah,
is.
I'm frozen here. Let me rejoin. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's me. Is it you guys or is it me?
I think it's me and you, Ken, because if I'm losing you and Leo got me, then that's you, and then if he loses me, I think it was a little bit of both of us. But yeah, Leo, you see where I'm going with that. It's like a balancing act. Some people it's not that simple. Like you bring them down, they don't get more lines. They get so you find where you
Yeah.
have the most lines, and then you don't go below that because it's the trade-off is warranted. So if I was coaching Ken, honestly, I wouldn't know which direction to go because I would say I want to see you harder, but he was also in some ways even more impressive, heavier. You know,
I would get him harder. I would just take more time.
to fill out. You
And he
mean?
he said he had to lose way too much.
Yeah, that.
So I would give him more time
Uh-huh,
and probably try to have him already leaner at the starting point.
uh-huh.
And then if he gets super, super shredded, he can also fill out. But if he's not shredded enough, then you'll be like, dang it. I don't want you empty, I don't want you flat. But if I fill you out, you spill more, you know.
So basically, you're saying still get super lean, but just fill out more.
Yeah, but and take more time. Do it real slow. If you're
That,
someone that
that could
tends to
work.
lose muscle, like do it slower. Because like he said, he lost like so much overall weight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a tricky one. It's a trick because sometimes I feel like with us, you try to carb up too heavy, and you kind of look smooth, So you almost got to find this perfect storm to come in. Andrew looks like he found it. I don't know what he did. It looked like Andrew was peeled and full. I don't know what the fuck they did, but he
Yeah, I
found
think they
it.
I think they
Hmm.
yeah, I think they kept him. He was definitely leaner.
Hmm.
I don't think they pushed as hard towards the end, like I think like that cycle training he was doing too had something to do with it too.
Hmm.
Back when he was in Cali. But I think I've been watching some of Muscle Discord and Kamal's been talking a little bit about the training they've been doing too over there.
Oh,
So it may be for Andrew, it may be a little bit of, maybe he was even overtraining a little bit, because I know he was doing 2 a days sometimes, you know,
that'll do it.
back over when he was in Cali, so that could also be a part of it.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think that's a good thing these days. I've learned that this
Yeah.
training more doesn't. What's up, Joe?
What up? Sorry, fucking fell asleep.
No, you good. You could take a nap on the podcast if you want. There's no.
Yeah, no, I woke up and I was like, I hear my,
Uh-huh.
what time is it? Oh, shit.
No, we just talk. We talking about like peaking and bringing your best look to stage. And Leo mentioned that if Ken is a little harder, he'll go. He'll be able to win the show basically. But I was talking about sometimes it's weird because you push down harder and you don't necessarily look. For you, Joe, I feel like you just push down, you get harder and harder and harder. You do at some point, like for the USA's, you do start to flatten out, but by that point you're already stripped. Whereas for I feel like some of the West African guys, it's a balancing act. You're not gonna have
Yeah.
Joe glutes. You're not gonna besides Bonak maybe, but you're not gonna have Joe glutes and be full like Joe. For us, you gotta find like this balance that maybe you
From
won't
my
have. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, from my experience, that 5, 6 week out mark, I was really pushing hard, and I did get tighter, but my upper body just withered away. Like that was the first thing I noticed. Like my legs, because obviously you're glute chasing, right? Glute chasing is the name of the game, and I was already kind of like already in condition, but we just needed to come in, peeled and hard, right? Where you have that kind of full look. And as we kept going down, it's like, okay, it's not happening, but I'm losing muscle. It felt like I was losing muscle. Like my arms disappeared at one point. Like if you look at my New York Pro compared to like what I typically look like, you're like, what happened to his arms? Like my arms just completely disappeared. So even my girlfriend was like, Morgan was like, you're getting smaller. And, I was like, I don't know, maybe this is what we need to do. But in hindsight now, I kind of realized the mistake that we made. And that's part of, that's part of the game. Like you assess, you readjust, and like you kind of know what to do moving forward. Like a good example is like Akeem, right? It took Akeem so many years to kind of find the formula for what actually works for him. And it seems like him and Aceto have found what that formula is, right? Akeem typically comes in pretty stripped these days compared to like, if you talk about 5, 6 years ago, where he just wasn't nailing it, right? So
Yeah.
to give and take.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, like if you want to win an open pro show and you can win it not being like peeled to the bone, you're insanely good. So if you're insanely
Yeah.
good, okay, go and try. Otherwise, I would always be like, well, we got to get shredded.
Yeah. It's
Well,
like
I think you have to push to a certain place to like, you're going to have to make that sacrifice somewhere in your career. Like you just brought up USA's. That's where I had to make that sacrifice. I just got away with it because I had enough mass for that show in particular to be able to beat everybody else. But also we
take
caught
it
on
easy.
what was going on. we caught on to what was going on a week out. And remember I told you guys about Justin giving me that phone call and saying like, hey, do you want to come in as a super heavy instead? So I had all week to try to fill out and get back what I could in fullness. Samson didn't do that. It was too late. They couldn't fill out what was already lost. So he's trying to say that he wasn't full, which is partly true, but he's not admitting to the fact that he lost a lot of muscle, which that is true. He did lose muscle. You see it in his legs. Same with me. Like Justin kept pushing me down. I just kept getting smaller, like Ken was saying. And it's like, shit, like there's no way we're going to fill this guy out. So they just didn't make that call soon enough. And they may have been able to save he wouldn't have brought his legs back, but he would have at least been crazy full for what he had. So it would have looked pretty damn good, just not his best. And you have to find that out by getting that condition at some point.
And Joe, you bring up a good point. You guys remember this happened to James Hollingshead like a couple of years ago?
It's still happening.
Where he pushed
It's
really
still happening,
hard.
yeah.
Really
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it happened a couple weeks ago again.
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad as like the first time. I don't know if you guys remember. He had to actually take a couple months off. Like he couldn't. He wanted to continue competing, but he couldn't because he lost so much muscle. Right. I feel like Samson is kind of in that same boat. Obviously, we don't know what's going on in his camp of why they push down that hard. I also think like, you know, he has been pretty vocal about, you know, Marek Health, how they've kind of kept the anabolics very low compared to
push it
his
up
previous preps. So I wonder, you know, I
wonder if my podcast this morning where I said he was under drugged.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that. But it's like, I mean, part of the point of anabolics is to retain the muscle, right? Like, especially when you're pushing down so hard. So if he's on a lower dose, I mean, it kind of makes kind of sense that like
he alluded
you're not going to retain as much as you think.
He alluded to not taking Trent anymore a few times.
Well, yeah, I've said this before. And
it cost him about 200,000.
It's
600.
It's gonna sound so unprofessional, man. But I literally said, like, look, if you're into bodybuilding and trying to be extremely healthy, you're in the wrong sport because people are gonna be willing to kill themselves to win. And I mean, I'm not saying like go and do some stupid shit, but if you're not trying to be on the same playing field as everybody else, you're most likely gonna lose.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
Hey, Trent isn't the end all be all, but if you're trying to be Miss Olympia and you want 300 tests and no Trent, that's going to be a tough. You know, you got the genetics to do it, but some people are, like you said, willing to die. You know, literally willing to die for it. I'm not saying you should be like that, but that's the truth of it. You know.
Yeah, don't do nothing stupid, but you're gonna want to go with what the trends are as far as what makes sense. Yeah. Like, don't do some gastronomical shit that's like over the top. But again, like people in the sport use GH, right? You know, some say like, "Oh, you can get away with not using it." Well, most people can't, so use that. You know, so that's what I'm trying to say here. Like, you don't try to play this health card like I'm going to be the healthiest bodybuilder there. No, man, you're going to fucking lose.
Well, it's funny you say that. I remember Andrew saying that he doesn't use GH. It looked like he might have added some GH in that bitch for this show because he looked different. You know, he looked different. You can do it safely and still do. I felt like we all here do. We do the what's the word I'm looking for? We do the amount of drugs necessary.
Yes.
Not over and not under. Just what we need. And you know, let's say 750 to 1,000 or 750 to 1,200 tests, and then whatever else 300 to 600. I think that's fair. GH, let's say 4 IUs to 8 IUs. Okay, or let's say 6 to 10 even. Okay, cool. I think y'all got me. Y'all lost me.
Yeah.
No, I'm here.
I think that's fair. I don't think that's gonna put nobody in the hospital. I mean, if it was shit, I would have been in the hospital plenty of times by now because I've done more because like a lot of people in the industry are my friends, so I talk to them and they're comfortable talking to me about this kind of stuff. And sometimes I usually hear this range, and once in a while I hear some ranges, and I'm like, yeah, maybe because I'm tall. Yeah, it's because he's tall. Maybe I need to do some tall guy cycles. And every time I try it, I don't look better, bro. I don't look better. I just don't. And this is not, I don't care to play a safe card or look safe. I'm just going to talk about what I see. And me taking more, I just never really, you know, more than what I'm already taking. Like going from 500 to 1,000, I got better.
I mean, I just want to scope it to at least the Olympia level. Like Austin said, when you're dealing with $600,000, like when there's that much money at stake, I don't think I don't think I don't think that's the strategy you should be,
Implemented.
championing the guy who's taking the least. Like if you can get away with it, like that's great, but it's not a feather in your cap. You know what I mean? Like it's not a feather in your cap. Like you do what you need to do to win at
It's
that
not
level.
bragging rights.
I
Yeah.
mean, if he
Yeah,
just uses Trent for 4 weeks, just 4 weeks.
yeah,
I mean, come
That's
on.
it. I
Yeah, and
mean,
it will also change. I mean, it also already changes your look on stage. Just after 1 week, it will change your look on stage.
I
And
agree.
yeah.
you look fuller and everything. That's just like even the last week, take some ace or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's it's interesting. I think I think yeah, dude, it's also so genetic, man.
Mhm.
People just don't want to admit it, but if you have like I always say Usain Bolt,
Mhm.
right? Dude, if Usain Bolt has a mediocre trainer and I have the best trainer in the world and Usain Bolt is natural and I take every drug on the planet possible to make me faster, the guy would still run faster than me.
Yeah, yeah. You're not being the same,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
So, and because I always get these comments, oh, this guy's lying. And then I get a comment like, oh, it's just a drug sport. And who takes the most wins? And I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
sure, bro.
It's
If it was that easy, I would actually take more. If it would
yeah,
do
I love Chris Tuttle says this analogy all the time. Like I love that analogy. I think it's the most applicable. The one about car models. You guys have heard about that
Uh-huh.
before, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, some people are Lambos, some people are Porsches, some people are Corvettes, and some people are Priuses, and some people are, Hondas. No matter how much you tweak that Honda, it's not going to beat a stock Lambo,
and I'm a Volvo.
Like
I don't
yeah.
get destroyed, but I'm not gonna get fast.
Yeah, exactly.
When Joe won USA's, right, I was kind of trying to like get his name out there. So I would like send him to people I know or even didn't know. Send him, look at this transformation, this random shit. And it was always about, they always made it about the drugs. It was, they couldn't fathom somebody making that much progress. One dude, I didn't want to say who it is because he kind of pissed me off. He was like, "Oh yeah, he looks like he shot up. Like he like I look at the arms and look at the back." And I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Like what that doesn't even make sense. That's the first thing you saw." And I'm like, bro, I assure you, he doesn't even know about. He's so new to this, he don't even know about shooting up that in that kind of way, you know. But people can't even fathom that without that, and it's just he's gonna be who he is regardless. Like you said, regardless if he took more or less, he's still gonna get where he is just because it is what it is. I don't think anybody can drug their way up the ranks the way people think. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think once you get there, you shouldn't play with baby doses. I'll say that. But if you think you're gonna outdose it, I would argue the last call out takes more shit than the first call out in a lot of
Yeah.
cases. You know, and even at the national level, you know. So it is what it is. But we don't brag about taking less neither, because Milos alluded to Samson not wanting to take diuretics, and it's like in the past it looks like he might have needed some. You know, it looks like he might have needed
Yeah.
some diuretics, and you know that's okay. It's not gonna hurt you if you know what you're doing. You know. Now,
It's like, of course, like to a certain, like there's always a sweet spot. To a certain amount, more will do more.
mhm,
Like Joe wouldn't have gotten there with 350 test,
mhm,
but like a standard like pro cycle that is like maybe 2 grams total
mhm,
or something, and like 8 to 12 units of GH,
yeah,
which I don't do. But I'm saying like that's kind of the thing. Like if he would have taken like 5 and 20, he would probably even look worse, I would say.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, so like as long as you're up there, which is kind of the standard-ish, maybe some 3 grams if stuff is combined at the end of prep and you take orals together and stuff and at the open level. But, you don't need like 10 grams of, test and what all kinds of, it's not going to do more. It's going to just do more harm. And there's no magic formula there.
You guys ever had a client, right, on your standard like pro cycle, and they make no progress whatsoever for months, right? And then like, I think I want to try, I don't know. So they name a drug. I want to try this, and you're like, I assure you, if you have made zero progress on this, drugs is not the answer. Because I would argue if you were natural, you shouldn't be, you should still be making progress of some kind. So if you made zero progress on months on any cycle, then your problem lies somewhere else. There's some other variable that you're not excelling at. Most likely food or training.
Yeah, oftentimes I get clients that they are like, they've done cycles before, right?
Mhm.
Even multiple compounds. And I'm like, bro, the way you look, even if you don't have great genetics, like you should still be able to grow on 350 test if the other two things, training and nutrition, are really on point.
100%.
Go on 350 test. And then next thing is they tell me to jump on a 3 drug cycle, like whatever, MPP test and EQ. And that's going to be like way over a gram. And I'm like, buddy, I know natties that are bigger than you because, they do everything else right. The more drugs is not going to do shit. If you like do what I say and you don't grow on 350, okay, we can talk about upping the drugs, but it won't happen because
No.
you will.
The drug increase helps when everything else is perfect, basically. If everything else is perfect and then you slightly titrate drugs within reason, then I think it makes.
I mean, it might help a bit, but to an extent where it's like you could save on all of this, save even on your health, and do the other two things better, and it would do more.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
get 10% more, but you can get 30% more without increasing anything.
This is true.
Just if you just wanna just like a real life example, just look at every single pro that was like competed naturally before they went pro, before they actually went into the NPC IFBB.
Mhm.
Just look at how quickly they rose up the ranks,
Yep.
right? The Kai Greens, the Jose Raymonds, because everything else, every single other variable was covered. Like if you step on a stage as a natural athlete, you have to do that thing perfectly. I mean, I've done it, Joe's done it. You've got to be perfect to come in peeled as a natural athlete, So if you have all your variables in place, doing that, then just adding a little bit more, it just skyrockets you to the top, because
100%.
now you're not just making mistakes. You're not making mistakes along the way and trying to learn. So that's why I always, even new people starting out, I just say like, I know it sucks to say that, but it's like, compete naturally first, because if you can get that done and you can do it well, it would make everything a ton easier moving
I
forward.
agree.
That's
People
just my take.
people told me that. The OGs told me that when I started, and honestly, I
Yeah.
thought it was the stupidest shit ever. I'm like, why would I wait? Why the fuck would I wait? I'm gonna do it anyways. But now I get it because it's like I'm still troubleshooting problems today, 10 years later, right? Where the truth is that I kind of already figured out my body before I even touched it. But I was relying because I have decent genetics, so I was relying on genetics and drugs, and the other variables I didn't figure out till later, which is completely backwards. You know what I'm saying? So now I see the beauty in that because when I do it for clients, I see how they explode, and I do it for females, males, everybody. And I'm like, when they first bring up competing, put them on stage natural, cool. Usually, maybe a second time, and they're so much better the second time. And then they're already locked in. So now they're like, I want to win. And I'm like, that's what I wanted to see. And I see that fire, boom. Now we start, and then they always do really well. Whereas for me, it was just like, shit. I started taking gear before I even wanted to compete. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I just wanted to be big. So you don't want to do it that way, So
I think I competed Natty 9 times.
damn, this is the natty king over here.
Damn.
This is, but yo, let's
Yeah.
switch gears. I wanted to ask y'all opinions on Olympia since we haven't done that yet. Ken, how you had the top 5 shaken up?
Yeah, so I'll start with, and this happens every Olympia, the pictures come out and everyone points to Hadi's striated chest and
And abs.
abs, and they're like, how could he lose? Listen, you guys know me on this podcast. I am the #1 biggest Hadi fan. The Iranians know every time they feature our podcast, it's me talking and praising Hadi.
They clip
But
you.
the truth is, Derek won that fair and square. Like,
Thank you.
fair and square.
I thought so.
I've been
Okay.
saying that during
Like-
prejudging,
like-
to my wife and all that. This is Derek's show.
Yeah. Anyone who understands bodybuilding that watches that show, the minute they all came out and they did the first round, the first call outs, I was like, Derek has won this, like fair and square.
I thought
Like
so, too.
his legs were up. Hadi's legs are a lot more down, especially when you turn him to the side or the back. It was so obvious, right? Like Derek was just significantly bigger, and Andrew's just not there yet. The only thing I would have liked to see, because Samson was really, really off, and he's the Mr. Olympia champion, I would have liked to see Martin compare with Samson just a little bit. They just didn't give Martin that chance, right? That, and then Nick and Curry, I would have liked to see a little bit of a 1-2 there too, because Curry was really on. But the top 5, I don't think anyone that's saying that there was some agenda against Hadi, this and that. Like, listen, you guys just take away the heads, take away the names, just look at the bodies. I know Derek is not the sharpest when it comes to his front torso, but if you look at the physique as a whole, he was the guy with the least flaws that day. So I don't understand how it's even a controversy for some people.
Bro, I'm looking at the lineup and I'm like, how Derek went from the weakest legs in the first call out last year to the biggest legs in the first call out last year. Because Samson's legs were way down, Hadi's legs were down. I'm looking. Martin's legs was crazy though. I give Martin that too. But I'm looking. I'm like, how is Derek pound for pound the biggest one in this call out? I'm like, when did this happen?
The only one without fake gear this year.
Like them standing in a lineup, Derek, people always say, oh, Derek and Hadi are small. That's what people typically say. All of them standing in a lineup, Derek was significantly the biggest guy out of those 4 guys.
That's insane. Yeah, that's insane.
So I think the judges got it right. I have no complaints on that. Even Hadi, I think Andrew could have taken Hadi if his posing, he had fixed some portions of his posing. He loses a lot when it comes to especially the side shots. He typically just doesn't get the points on the side because he's not displaying his physique as large as it could be. But yeah, I think the judges got it right on this one.
See,
Tyler Manning's breakdown was perfect.
I didn't watch it.
Everything he said.
I didn't even see it. Yeah,
I would have watched it. See, I would have had Andrew second at finals, but the ground, like you said, the ground he's losing in the side poses is too much. It's too much to cover because, I mean, on the side pose, it's almost like you don't even see him. So and I think this is why judges are better than us because there's a bias there. I prefer Andrew's physique. I just like it more than Hadi's. But it's not, like I said, it's not a like contest. It doesn't matter what you like. It's matter who's better that day.
You can pose yourself out of a spot.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's an argument to be made. If Andrew posed to the best he could, he could have won that show.
I mean, you can make the argument. Yeah. Okay, so most years he posed.
Let's go through it. Let's go through it. Which poses can Andrew win? I would say Andrew wins the front lat.
Every single front pose he wins.
Front double,
just
ab and thigh.
Front double. Yeah, exactly. Ab and thigh.
Well, the most
back lat, arguably.
The
He's
widest.
wide as fuck.
His legs are too shallow from the bottom for
maybe
the back
most
leg.
muscular.
Hadi
Most
wins
muscular,
the.
I give him second. I
If
give
he
him
poses
second
well,
on
he
most
wins the most
muscular.
muscular too.
He should win those
I
side
give him
shots.
second on that one. I give him
He
second on
should
that
And
one.
win
if
both
he
side
poses
shots.
well, he can also win the side chest because his
And
I don't know
upper
side
about that
squat.
one.
smokes everyone. But
That's
Yeah,
gonna
he
be.
gets chest.
That's gonna be
He
hard,
actually
bro.
presses against
Leo,
the
I don't know about
canvas.
that one, bro.
he shrugs in every pose.
I'm gonna have to catch you on that
My
one,
left side
Leo.
is like this. I mean, it's still the best, but it's like
Bro,
this.
I
And
don't
then
know.
Because
right
of his,
side is like this.
he has
I'm like,
his hamstrings.
get it down, bro.
He has shorter. He's got like Tonio too, right? They have the same thing. He's got a short hamstring, so it doesn't like bellow out like Joe or Derek.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that lower body, that's where Derek is killing everyone on those side shots. Like the overall that top to bottom disparity. Andrew and Hadi, they were pretty lean on the lower body, and that's where Derek really separated himself from them on those side shots. You know.
I don't care. I don't care if I don't care if Andrew poses with fucking Lee Labrada and Terrence Ruffin in the fucking mountains of Spain. I don't think he's ever gonna beat Derek and Hadi in the side chest.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think he can.
I think it'll be way better, but he's a tall guy, man, and then the hamstring.
But dude, look, like his upper body, definitely. His lower body, maybe a little more hamstring, but he can also, when you don't stay straight up,
I agree.
but you turn this way and you push your hamstring well in, your leg looks double. And he stands straight. So just by doing this and then twisting the upper body, his leg would be already weak.
The only reason why I disagree with it is when you can see someone's side leg to width from a quarter turn. When you do the quarter turns, Andrew's hamstrings are still not there. Like you can see it, like the width of the leg, when they do a quarter turn, when they're first doing the original comparison.
They judge them, really?
They don't judge it, but I'm saying like what you're saying, like in terms of pushing that hamstring so he gets the width on it. I don't think he's ever going to have that kind of width that like a Derek or like, or a Nick Walker has on that side profile.
But it's one muscle out of many in the side chest.
Yeah.
So just because he would lose on that muscle doesn't mean he could outmuscle him everywhere else.
This is true. I mean,
I'll condition him. He could also be in better condition as well.
We saw he's gonna have to pull a Marcus Rule. Marcus didn't have the hamstrings, but Marcus would hit a most muscular and then turn his leg to the side. So he's literally hitting the most muscular. So
yeah,
that's not a side chest. But I think Andrew might have to do that. Literally just hit the fucking most muscular like this and just turn that bitch to the side. That's his side chest.
Marcus Rule is a legend, man.
Bro, this dude was like this. If you cut off the lower body, you would just see him like this. You'd be like, how is that a side chest, bro? But listen, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do because sometimes when you're that wide, you don't protrude from the from the side. So Andrew from the side, it just doesn't look that full round look, So I think he might have to, you're gonna forget Lila Body. You gotta pose with Marcus Rule. You got to go to Germany.
If he watches that, I swear I fix all of his poses.
Sometimes I think, are they trying? Are they actively seeking out, let me fix my side poses? Or are they kind of like, I'll work on it later?
He improved his ab and thigh. He didn't pose it like this before. So there must have been some change.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he decided that in 5 seconds. I don't know, but it looked like he was kind of like thinking about it.
When people
if you look at his most muscular variations, I think he's really improved on that too from when he first started.
Terrible. Like
what
was
is
his most muscular?
It makes him so small again.
No, but
he's so muscular that it works. But
he's
a lot better than his original. His original ones were pretty bad.
Compton said what Leo said. He said, "Why is he hitting it like that? Why didn't he hit a regular crab?" You don't want to see him hit that regular crab.
He looks lanky. He looks very lanky.
But you can push your lats out and do it like this.
Yes,
and it's significantly better than doing this.
He can make it
Because
better.
you know what I think it is, Leo? Because I've seen him do the hands over hands clasp. His limbs are so long
He has to
that
cover it.
he's almost like he's trying to shorten his limbs to give him that width. That's what it looks like
He
from
is,
there.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like Andrew's such a perfect specimen, but because he has such long limbs and they're not like full in certain poses, which is part of what that side is. Certain poses, he just disappears. It's almost like you don't get the full, giant that he actually is.
Have you seen him in person? Dude, the guy's so wide.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's crazy.
he's insane. Yeah,
Yeah, in person, I think he's the most impressive guy, hands down.
I want to see in the comments who agrees with me that those poses are totally fixable and he can win them, and who is like, nah, Leo talks shit. And
Well, he definitely needs to fix them, and I think it'll be better. But I mean, it's gonna be tough to beat some of these guys in these poses. You know, it's gonna be tough.
I'm not saying it's easy.
Yeah. And unfortunately, he's still gonna need more tissue, I believe, just because he's just that tall. You know.
I think by next year he could win. I think so. If he does the right things.
I would love to see it. I would love to see it, but
it's possible.
Yeah, Samson is usually a lot thicker than him, but not this year. But mind you, he can come right back if he chooses to. You know, Joe, how you had that top five? Well, we watched it together, but we didn't talk that much. We were kind of just watching fucking. How you had it shaking up?
No, honestly, the way they called it, that's kind of how I saw it. I think I actually think Martin looked a little bit better than Samson, if I'm being completely honest.
His legs were bigger than Samson.
Yeah, just the overall flow of his physique was prettier to me. Samson just looked he almost looked like the earlier on Samson from when he first became a pro, which is, it sucks to say that, but it was the truth. But I thought Martin's package beat Samson's. But as far as the top three goes, the top three above them, I agreed with that completely. I saw the flaws in Hottie. Hottie didn't have as much pop either as Derek. Derek had
some pop, boy.
He had the perfect, I would say, like, how do you put it? Like the averages,
combination,
the best of averages.
Combo,
so So like every box that he checked off was like, let's just say 90% compared to here's 100, here's 50, here's 70. So like, Hottie couldn't beat him on most shots. If you really look at the shots, like look at them right next to each other, there wasn't Hottie winning the show. I had Derek winning 5 out of the 8 shots, no questions asked. Like, Hottie's arguably wider from the back, so you may want to give him that, back lap spread.
Yeah.
His ab and thigh is ridiculous. No one's beating that ab and thigh. Like, and then Derek doesn't have the best, most muscular, but because of all of Hottie's mass and detail, I think that's pretty damn good. But side shots, like you guys talked about Derek's side leg, it just looks so pretty on the side try. Side chest, he just had so much more fullness and that detail on the side leg. Like front lat spread, because of Derek's legs, how he brought him, Hottie's not beating that. It's super obvious also that Hottie's right leg is terribly downsized now. It's getting worse over time.
Mm-hmm.
And Hottie's legs aren't what they used to be overall as well. So, like, all these shots, the front double, like, Derek's, that one's kind of, like, iffy. But, again, I think Derek's symmetry in his lower half gives him that tiny edge over Hottie. And, again, 5 out of 8 shots. Like, Derek was winning that show.
I think last year's Hottie would have won the show.
That's
Arnold.
That's
Arnold.
arguable. Yeah.
2024
I saw
Arnold.
last year. Is there the comparison between last year? Is that on here? Did you? Is that?
Oh yeah. Which year is that? 2000. Oh, 20. That's the Olympia. That's Olympia.
Olympia. Yeah, but it's still relatively close because that
Not on that
version.
shot, not on the other shots. Was
Yeah,
it
yeah.
the only shot they showed?
No, there were other shots there, Beatty. Go back to that
Oh,
post.
go to the same post.
Yeah.
This one.
There's more
Oh,
shots.
yeah, they got other shots here. But this is the Olympia. I think it's Olympia.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
go further. Go further.
it's still comparable. Like I think like
I know what you mean.
especially his Arnold look.
But look here at the
He would have
arms.
won.
Look at the arms and the chest. That shot,
Yeah.
I saw that. This is the one I saw. I'm like, this is significant. Here too, left shot wins.
Look at the side shots.
Yeah, the side shots were way better last year.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a big Hottie fan, but I think his weaknesses are getting more apparent.
But that's
You
the
know,
thing.
as
Because
time
he
goes.
stood next to Derek, his weaknesses stood out so much more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know when Tyler first mentioned the one leg thing, I didn't agree with him.
It was hard to see.
Yeah, I was like, but mind you, Tyler's there in person. He's looking at them straight up. Where
I can see it on film now, like on the
Now-
TV. Like,
From the
exactly.
side, you could see it. So if
Yeah.
you sat a little right to the stage,
You can see
you're
it.
like, oh my God, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, whatever's missing on Hadi's leg, if you look from the right, it's super apparent. That's why there were some people saying, how can people not see it? Because they sat there. And from that, because I saw some shots from that angle, I'm like, oh my Lord. Because from the front, it's not that, you can see it.
Exactly.
you know where the sweep separates from the hammy drop.
Yeah, they were-
Yeah, he poses his right side, I believe. So that is super apparent, like Leo's saying. You can really see the atrophy of the leg right there.
When I was watching all the wrap ups, the people that were there in person, everybody mentioned it. Everybody led with the leg imbalance. Like it must have been really evident in person. But like I said, yeah, when Tyler mentioned it, I was like, I don't see it enough for me to notice it. But in person, it must have been pretty night and day.
they switch cameras on the stream and stuff.
I
And
fucking
they
hate when
show
they do
someone's face or someone like totally stupid angles all the time. And you're like, what the heck? Who put this camera on? Like,
one shot.
no one wants to see them from like this side or from this super side. Like, who cares?
We want to see. Also, like, bro, like when people post like the pictures of your stomach in the back double, it's like the judges can't see that. So for you to say they should be, well, first of all, Nick is dinged for his waist because if the judges ignored his waist, well, he would be a top 3 guy, right? If they just ignored his waist, so they're not ignoring. Obviously, they're placing him with his waist, but what they can see.
To me, those people they've probably never been to a bodybuilding show or they've never competed themselves. Because I mean, if you turn someone and they do a back double, everyone is going to have something. It may not be that large, but you're going to look a little bit strange.
And bro,
You know what
you
I
got to
mean?
breathe sometime on stage.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, do
I
they
feel
not know
like-
how hard it is to keep the stomach that
Those people
tight
just-
constantly?
Those people just have an ulterior motive. So I don't even
Sure.
entertain those. Yeah.
It's like you're not flexing your glutes in the front double. Like what the judges can't see, they can't.
That's probably the best comparison ever. You're not flexing your glutes in the front double, bro.
Right?
What the fuck?
But look,
Actually, some people do.
some people actually do. Yeah.
They're doing it wrong.
but that I think that's corny. And somebody posted like a picture of Hadi's stomach from the back double. Like, look, and I'm like, well, that's not even the point. We're not trying to compare stomachs from the back double here. That's even further away from the point. The point was that yes, everybody's breathing out at that point, but can we not fucking post pictures about people's stomachs in the back double? Can we just not do that? That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So
How bad his biceps looks in his back lat spread.
yeah. Look at his hamstrings in the abs and thighs. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Especially like I think of it like the people that post those photos or take those photos. You went to the Olympia. You paid for a ticket to sit in that seat, so you have an idea of what this bodybuilding thing is. So it just baffles me how they're like someone there takes a photo of that, and the whole point is to kind of ridicule the athlete, right, or make them look bad. It's like dude, are you serious, man? Like, this isn't like some local show. You paid like, I don't know, $200 or some shit to get the ticket to sit there
Oh, a
and
lot
take
more
this
than
photo.
that.
Like, it's strange to me. It's just
And
very
we
strange to me.
have these people in our industry, they only make content basically on bad stories or gossip
Yeah,
or controversies that they don't even, I think sometimes they don't even believe themselves, but they're like,
Yeah.
oh wait, I could make a video out of this. Like
yeah.
let's just say XYZ and run with it. And it's like,
Hey,
oh
bro, super random, but I was just watching a Nick Walker video, one of his latest vlogs,
Yeah.
and I guess Greg Doucette made a video about Nick, like
uh,
just trashing Nick. And
Mhm.
they're at the New Tech gym together, and Greg Doucette says hi to Nick. Nick says, "What's up, douchebag?" And then he's like, "Hey man, I just want to tell you, like, I went a little over the top on the video, and I look back, and I'm like, oh man, I did too much, this and that." Nick's like, "Yeah, you think?" Like, he's like, talking about the time in Nick's life after he made that video, like that was a bad time in Nick's life. And Nick straight up says on camera, "Yeah, man, I want to slit your fucking throat."
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? But people talking about shit they know nothing about, it's like
Yeah.
It's a bit over
ridiculous.
top. And niggas from Jersey, it's like you gotta keep the same energy.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's on camera. Oh
All the way
shit.
through.
If I was talking to Cal, Cali goes to that gym. What's the gym called? I'm sorry.
New
The
Tech?
New Tech
no,
Gym.
Colin?
no, the one with Juan.
Juan?
Juan's gym.
Oh, Revival.
Yeah, that one. And he was like he doesn't take it personally when people make videos, but he's like, you can't be like, fuck this guy, fuck his kids, and then see me and be like, oh no, I'm not serious, I'm just joking, it's just entertainment. He's like, yeah, but
No.
you you can't say that
Yeah.
and then say no, it's just a video. I get it to some extent. You can talk your shit and be like, he has no calves or whatever. But when it gets that personal, he said like when it affects your money or family and shit like that, or just really personal stuff, you can't just shake my hand and be like, oh no, don't take us. I think that's too far.
Yeah,
That's
there's
too far.
critique and there's shit talk.
Yeah, yeah. Like he knows the game. He knows it's a view thing, and he looks at it as promotion. He's like, well, they're still promoting me, even if it's negative. I get more views from that, so it's all love. But there's a level that is just it's a little too much. Greg sometimes he keeps it kosher, and sometimes he crosses the line a little bit. He start name calling and stuff like that. I think it gets a bit too nasty.
Have you seen this new shtick? So it is talking about like weak anabolics or stupid cycles or something, and then just saying like, just get Turk Builder, Turk. And so he posts like basically a video for his testosterone every day, and it's even like linked with the as a product placement video.
Yeah.
Look,
That's
one thing you got to do is respect a man for his hustle, but how a man hustles matters too. Like you're kind of selling yourself out, being something that nobody's gonna like you. Like, go ahead and make your money, but when you go to a place, people don't want to see you. So, like, yeah, sure you made
yeah.
it, but what was the cost, bro? Like, you're doing this to people, talking down on them and stuff. This industry is not to be about that, bro. Like, what the
And see,
fuck is that?
doing it my way, I got 15K subs. If I had gone the Greg Doucette way, maybe I had 200,000 already.
For sure,
Not
for
not
sure.
all money is good money.
Yeah.
Exactly, but
No,
we all
I try to do the right thing.
we
I
all
try to
respect your
perform for
channel,
the
right? I think all of us respect your channel and like what you put out there. There's a difference. These people, they do blow up for sure. And listen, it's easy to make money if you have no morals. Like I think we all know that. But but like how does that feel inside? I mean, I can say I've been there to a certain extent, and you don't feel good. You sit at home and be like, how long am I gonna do this? This is not the way.
Also, who's going to help Greg when he's down?
That's a great
It's
way to
not.
put it, man.
Eric Janicki.
I was just gonna say
Eric Janicki's the only guy you can count on.
but Jack,
But for real, like, if you love the sport, do you want to like be on bad terms with everyone? Like,
No,
That's
no.
I
what I'm
want to be
saying.
friends with
I couldn't
everyone.
do
I
that.
always tell people like, I don't want you to look bad. I also want you to share the video too. You know,
100%. Yeah.
what if I make you look bad? Great. So you're gonna talk shit about me? Like you're not gonna share the video? Like that does nothing to me.
Yeah. It's too.
Leo, you know what? You know, I've come to find out, man. There are just some people that they're just all about the money. They don't care who they
Yeah.
burn. They don't care, you know, how they treat people or what people say about them. They just want the bag, so to say,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But it's also like that kind of content. I I don't know how long you can retain people for that, you know? Like I know like you get people that would entertain that, but after a while, like even people get tired of that kind of negativity, you know? People want to kind of see something else.
And
I mean,
I don't think you have genuine fans.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's just people that want drama. You know what I mean? Like people that are looking for drama. They come to that kind of content. But yeah, it's just strange to me how our industry we have a whole subsection of content creators that's what they specifically do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just weird.
You
It's
know,
weird.
I don't only want to be liked by my followers. I want to like my followers.
Yeah. This is true.
So,
You know?
so if I do content like this, I know assholes, douchebags are going to be half of my audience. They're like, "Oh, cool! I'm praised by the assholes that I don't like."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like imagine you build a community and you find out all like half of them are idiots.
Pieces of
Like
shit.
community you want to build. If it's
Yeah.
like church or whatever, oh, half of them are like hypocrites. Like great church. It's
Yeah.
full of hypocrites.
You gotta respect what Nick Strength from Power has done because it's always positive, man. Like he's honest, he's not gonna lie, but it's always positive.
Yep.
And you don't even because some people don't like him actually, but I don't. I don't see what there is to dislike about him.
Jealousy.
Maybe sometimes he says things maybe that if you're in the sport for a long time, you might be like, no, you didn't get that right. But that's just opinions. He's never gonna discredit somebody or disrespect somebody in the industry. It's always positive.
It's
Yeah,
just his
if you
audience. It's
His audience is
people.
better.
People don't understand the audience. Like I love Ivan Bodybuilding. I think he's like the next big news channel.
Mhm.
But Nick's audience is not for people like me and you.
Mhm.
Nick's audience is for people that just, they know who Chris Bumstead is, but they kind of want to know sometimes what's hot in bodybuilding and what's not, but they're not really in this. So
Mhm.
for him, he doesn't go neck deep, right? He's just very surface level on the topics that he covers,
Yeah.
which is fine. There's an audience for that, and that's why his reach is so much larger than niche channels, like what we do here.
Yeah.
So when you try to compare that, like I know like other channels in that space that are like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I mean, Nick competed naturally. Nick's been watching bodybuilding for the last 15 years at least. I know his channel's been around for at least 15 years.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can just say that, but does he do enough due diligence into every story? Maybe not, but that's his opinion. At the end of the day, it's just an opinion and he's not bashing anyone. So yeah, I think a part of it just comes from competitors and jealousy. Sorry to cut you off, Leo. I know you were going to say something.
Yeah, we were just at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone has to start. So I disagree with you a bit. I think Nick is very knowledgeable, and I think he is for our community. Like,
Yeah.
or I don't count because I watch it all the time.
Yeah, you don't count.
And I think he's also very good and accurate in almost everything he says. Sure, sometimes people disagree. Maybe I'm wrong. But dude, I really like his channel, and the crazy thing is his views went down. Like he has 1 million subscriptions, and he averages like maybe 50K a video, 40. It's not that much anymore. And the
I wish
Ivan
I got that much.
is, I
I'm
think,
gonna be honest. Yeah, I agree with Leo to an extent. Yeah,
Yeah.
I watch Nick's videos all the time. Kind of keeps me in the loop.
Yeah.
Turn on.
But honestly, I think everybody's views is kind of going down for some reason.
It's going down a little bit.
I've kind of noticed that. I've kind of noticed that, and I think I'm consuming less content myself. I don't even watch as much channels as I used to. I don't know why though, but sometimes that just happens, you know.
Maybe there's
Personally, for
many
me, I
channels.
watch more content when I'm getting ready for a show because I'm like all bodybuilding. Once I compete, I need to step away from it because I'm still a bodybuilder. So it's like I kind of want to break from bodybuilding, when you
Yeah.
go all in like that.
I know what you mean.
I'm the opposite. I try to watch more bodybuilding so I get away from all the shit happening in the world.
My,
I'm like too concerned about all the shit here. Like, let me look some positive bodybuilding stuff.
my, I've had preps that were so difficult and so miserable that I couldn't even watch bodybuilding because bodybuilding was hurting my feelings so bad. It was causing me so much pain. I didn't want to look at it.
I
I
look
would
like
just scroll.
shit.
Yeah, bro. I would just look like I would look at dogs all day or like just random shit, funny shit, something to make me laugh. I'm like, if you could make me laugh right now, you doing a good job. You doing a good job. You know. So I would be like, it was like I was just so hungry, so tired that I was like, I don't even want to. I don't. I want to look at it bodybuilding anymore. You know.
I'm in that boat right now. So
Really.
I'm just 3 weeks out, and now I got a little sick even.
Uh-oh.
And the other day, I see myself posing, and the first time I'm like, I look kind of decent. I
Yeah.
see like Mike Sommerfeld post every day, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
I look kind of decent, but I look so much better. And then I take a video of it and I look at the video. I look like shit.
I
And
think
it's
that
like,
happened to everybody
oh,
though.
what am I doing wrong? Like, I look so small and everything's terrible. Like, I'm like, my waist got bigger. Shit.
Do you guys notice when if that happens to you in prep and the prep is over and you look back, you're like, oh, I look pretty. I look pretty
You're
fucking
like,
good like
man, I
this,
was like, what was I thinking? I looked insane.
bro.
Like,
This is
God
why you should
damn.
hire a coach. This is
Exactly. This is
important.
true. Like on my Instagram, I literally scroll through my pics and pick out random shit to post, like just random shit to on my phone. And when I'm be looking through, I'm like, hold on, when the fuck did I look like that? I'm like, God damn. I don't know how I fucked that prep up because I look pretty fucking good. Fucking 6 weeks out. I'm like, God damn, who's this? Or like when I thought I was fat, I always say every outfit, oh, I'm fucking fat, I'm fat, I'm fat. And I'm like, man, that wasn't that bad, man. I wasn't that bad. We're so hard on ourselves, but we don't know what the fuck we're looking at half the time.
Yeah.
This last
So what I'm like this for 5 minutes,
uh,
and I just be like, you know what? You get even extra peeled this year, and then you can fill out even safer, and it will look good.
yeah.
You know,
See,
and I'm like, it's not like I'm gonna do cardio so I burn away everything, and also I don't have much to burn away,
I was
so
gonna say that.
it's different than an open. As an open guy, it's way different compared to classic. I mean, I'm 5'10", so I can weigh 219, so it's not like I'm like a 5'5" guy who has it's like really really small, but no.
You're always lean though. What I've noticed is when I stay lean, if I do more than one show and I stay lean, I can't see it. I can't see how lean I am anymore. So the fact that you're always lean, you're never gonna think you look good because you're always fucking lean, right?
Hey,
So
I got the new iPhone.
oh, they you go numb. I don't know if that happened to you. You go numb to it.
Yeah, that's your new reference point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just even in prep, when you start getting like once you start getting to those lean stages, like the first time it's like, oh, it looks crazy. After that, it's kind of like, it's just like, yeah, I don't look any better than I looked the other day. Like I look terrible, and you
I
start
can't
to
see
get
it.
those mind games.
Like Joe said, this is why you should get a coach. Like, because I prepped myself last year says, I don't know, I didn't know what I was looking at. I'm like, okay, because of my weight, I must be lean. I must be in shape because there's no way I weigh this and I'm not in shape. But as I'm looking at myself, I'm like I don't see shit. I'm like, where's the lines at? And I ask my client, like, what you eat? Like, nah, this is the best you look. I'm like, I don't know, man. Something not right. I don't see any. I can't see shit.
But
But
by
that's
the
just
way,
your mind, huh?
by the way, we totally just went over that Olympia topic. I don't even think you
Oh yeah, I
asked
don't know
Austin
how we got there.
his take on the top four. You totally just segued. It's been like 40 minutes since we talked about that.
Hey,
We were talking about the
Asked,
Olympia.
Leo asked me like, "Hey, what's the topic?" I'm like, "Oh, you must not watch this in a minute. we ain't done the
Hey,
topic."
you know what though? At the I can't remember who it was, but at the Olympia, I was told that we have the best podcast simply because it's not like any of the other ones they watch. They feel like they're just listening to a conversation amongst the guys and bodybuilding gets involved. So that was pretty damn cool to hear.
Because they are. Because little do they know, I don't even know who's on a podcast till like 8 hours before the fuck.
But then the follow up to that was meeting us in person. It matches up what they listen to online. So
The same
Yeah.
person.
there's no persona, and that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
What you see is what you get.
When I see somebody, I talk to them like I know them. I'm just like, "Hey, what's up, man? What you do? Yeah, what you doing?"
Yeah, and that's the biggest mind fuck. What's
They're
up,
always
Joe?
so
Like,
surprised.
hey,
They're
who
always
the fuck are
surprised
you?
you're so nice. I'm like,
They be confused. Like, yeah,
yeah.
when you gonna try to eat? Like, what the fuck?
I always feel bad. I'll be like, hey man, have I met you before? I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
oh no, I just watched the podcast. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, no. Some people don't
Probably
say
start with
nothing.
that next time.
No, some people be like, "Hey, what's up?" And you're like, "Yeah, what's good, bro?" And they won't say anything. Hey, I'm like, I know this person. I can't.
That's why they'll look at you like,
Yeah. So funny.
Oh man, that's hilarious. All right, let's go back to the Olympia. Who I got? Did I get you, Leo? How did you have the top five?
But I kind of agree with Joe on most everything
Hmm.
because like I think you can place them that way. Like
Well,
yeah, I agree with you
mhm,
that maybe you could switch Hottie and Andrew,
mhm,
but I think overall it's okay. Hottie was pretty good.
what?
Um, I think way outside the top five.
I
I
was gonna
think
say that
Sas
6 through 10.
Hirati should have beat Beruz, should have gotten 10th or 11th, and
He was
got like
harder and fuller. I thought he was
he
harder and
was bigger and he was harder, and that was almost impossible to get harder, and he looked harder. So, and I
and
think so. If you
mhm,
go down, the top 10 and afterwards, like everyone has a flaw,
mhm,
or at least like two or three poses where they're not like. And Sas has one pose where he's not insane, the back double,
mhm.
but his legs look phenomenal too on that. So I think Sas was so good. The ab and thigh shot, he would have probably beat like the top four. Like so, he was so good. I'm like, dude, and from the side, the side chest, he was like so. His arm looked way bigger than before, and he was peeled. Like all of the shots, like he looks so flawless by himself. He's so balanced, and other guys, they kind of have like apparent weaknesses, and they place in front of him, and they're less conditioned. I'm like, that's not fair, man. So I saw Sauce better than way better. But I mean, it's a 10th place. There's no prize money for it or so, but I think just for him and for his resume, you know, it was justified to be better. I think he beat Urs. I think he beat Regan. I think he beat Barus, but okay. I think maybe like Bonac, that was kind of like, okay, that's where
I
I had
think
him. I think Good Vito should have actually done better. I just watched it, so excuse me, I wasn't there, right? But I think I had a good I can see an argument for Good Vito beating Nick,
Mhm.
but yeah.
Yeah, that's a posing thing. Like,
yeah,
Oh
good
man,
Vito's posing is no good.
it's
yeah.
It's
pretty
bad.
bad.
Bad Vito.
The side tricep is bad. Side tricep.
Bad video is crazy.
Back
Bad
to the
Vito,
sa-
dog.
back to the SAS thing, Leo. I'd really be curious to hear Sauce's like honest take once he like hangs it up fully.
He's so
You
humble.
know,
You will
yeah,
say,
because I've been following Sauce since like
yeah,
when he show up like 2017 New York Pro. That was the first time I saw
Yeah.
him,
Mhm.
yeah,
and that was a show he should have won.
yeah.
And it just seems like there's always just something. Every show he does is just always something,
Yeah.
So
Do me a huge
I would,
favor.
yeah, I would just be curious to hear like once he's done and there's no ramifications or anything like that, just what's his honest feeling about some of this? Because I feel like he's had a very, very controversial career. Like when you look at how he's looked versus where he's placed in a lot of shows.
Yeah, I mean he's bringing a crazy package, and after his comeback, his arms kind of flattened out, and I actually
Yeah.
think at this Olympia, I feel like they kind of came back. He looked blasting
He's getting
forward
better.
arms to me.
He's getting better.
Also, look at him winning against Regan, and then compare them at the Olympia.
I agree.
At the Olympia, he was it was more of a discrepancy.
I agree. Regan was
Right?
worse. He was better.
So if you just look at that, you're like, wait a minute, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
I
guy
thought-
too, man. Like I spoke to him at New York. I spoke to him for like
lovely guy.
backstage for like 15 minutes. Nicest guy ever. Nicest guy ever.
he actually
guys
said
see-
he said he wanted to hop on the pod with you guys actually because he was on by himself. But
Have you seen that talk about Regan saying that he feels there should be a height height classes in the Olympia?
it's called
Tall.
212.
God.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah,
212. That's
I
about
was like, man, like, look, I like Regan, I really do, but he just needs to get bigger, and I just don't think he wants to. I think he's thinking that's going to be a way of negating that because these shorter guys are winning because they're big.
exactly. They're actually better. That's why they win. Listen, when you start wanting new divisions to make you place better, that's the bad look. That's not a good.
Dude,
That's exactly
Samson won the
exactly what I
Olympics. He's tall.
commented.
Oh, you
Exactly
said
what
that?
I commented on that post. I was like, the minute we start asking for new divisions, we're making a wrong move.
It was
That's-
Lee Haney's
that's-
idea.
Get better. Like get better. How about that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't do that. Like, you're trying to find a way out to, in a way, almost do less.
You know
No,
what?
man, this is bodybuilding. The hardest workers in the room will rise
Yeah.
to the top. Like, it's
So-
just what's
so-
going to
Yeah.
The tall class will then probably be the bigger one, or what in terms of price money? Because
It should
and
have.
then you would take away prize money from people that are actually better than you, and then only the winner can compete against the winner. So, like guys land somewhere in the shorter class, second or third, that could be second or third in the tall class.
But
Yeah.
he's still not going to beat the tall guys. Like he didn't just lose the short guys; he lost the tall guys too.
Yeah, that too.
So it's irrelevant. The 212 is the short guy class. There's nobody in 212 5'11. It doesn't exist.
You know what I think? I think Nihat might win an Olympia in the Open. I'm saying that. I
Well,
think
he's gonna go. He's gonna go to the Open because he's
gonna-
He looks
5'6".
5'7".
He might be tall. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to get better and make weight. But the 212 is the short class. It's already made. Okay, and they're beating Open guys because they're just bigger and harder. I mean, what are you gonna do? It's not a height contest. It's not basketball. So you could make a height division whatever you want, and then you're still gonna lose to the tall guys because you're still not big enough and hard enough.
That's look at Samson got to 330 pounds in the off season at his height to win his Olympia. Like, you just got to be willing to go there. Like, that's how it is. Like 330 to Samson is a 5'7" guy of fucking 290 or
Exactly.
280. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna suck, but that's what it takes. That's why it's like, no, man, you just gotta be willing to push.
Yes.
It just sounds like a cop out, man. Joe, it's exactly
Yeah,
what
that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, come on,
Yeah.
man, like, you're better than that, dude. Like,
We're gonna act like the short guys have an advantage now because we can't say that because why wouldn't Keon win the Open Olympia? Because he's not tall, structurally tall and wide enough, or like Sean Clarita. If you scale Sean Clarita up to 5'10", he could beat anybody, right? So we can't say everybody has pros and cons. So bottom line is
Also, you can have different genetics.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm shorter than Andrew Jacked.
Yeah.
Do I have an advantage over Andrew Jacked? I
Yeah,
don't think
bro.
so.
Andrew Jack
Yeah.
is
Exactly.
top 3 in the world. You mean these guys don't have a fighting chance? They have a better chance.
They have
Exactly.
a better,
Not only is he tall, Andrew, he's long limbed. He's
not
long.
even,
Yeah, and
not
your
even,
eyes are
not even
gonna be
that,
drawn to the bigger guy.
not even that. The short guys that are at that level, at that top 5, realistically, if you look at like checking the boxes, they're doing the most to get there versus even the taller guys,
I agree.
right?
I agree.
So it's kind of like it's a moot point, you know. Like people like Derek and Hottie are exceptional, and that's why they're there. It's
Yeah.
not that just because they're short, they're
No.
exceptional, you know.
You know how good you have to be at 5'5" to beat Samson? You gotta
Yeah.
be pretty crazy looking to beat Samson at 5'5".
No,
So
no. You just got to be short and take a lot of drugs. And it's easy. Just be
I
short, take drugs. What are you talking about?
I thought that was a really bad look for Regan to say that. You know,
Yeah,
to
I
say
wish
I
that.
don't know. Yeah,
Lee,
I don't know if he thought so much, really put so much thought into it. I'm not gonna like. I don't know.
Lee Haney saying that is one thing. You know, that's like your grandfather talking about, his music back in his days. It's just, it's just nostalgic for them. Like I don't even hold it against them. They
Yeah.
just they miss the old times, right? Like Flex Wheeler comparing himself to Derek. I'm like, show the back picture. Why you show the most muscular? Show the glutes dams. You like, what are you doing?
And
You're gonna
they
post
take that extra edited picture with the clarity, you
Bro.
know, where it's like they put the Gilco one next to it, where you can see everything, every pore on the guy, you know.
They took a screenshot of Derek Lunsford and put it against a fucking a fucking studio edited picture of Flex. And I'm like, bro, come on, bro. And then I don't see no glutes, no hamstrings, but I get it. They time passed. They want to relive it. You know, that's okay. But you got to let the people of the time enjoy the time. Okay, can we not make it about you all the
Yeah,
time?
it's funny though because a lot of people from back there, I realize that everything that has changed, they hate.
Everything.
So yeah, they had to pose us this way. They have to pose that way still. They didn't flex their glutes. It's not a glute contest.
Yeah.
Everything is wrong. The side symmetry round is like, no, you have to stand like this and not turn.
Oh
Like
yeah, your legs
this is
have to
too
be.
high. Like, come on, we could be there. No. We have to be here. Like,
No,
no,
no.
the
Yeah.
middle thing, no nuance. No, just like we did. Everything else is wrong.
They're saying
And that's why it was so refreshing to hear. Leo, was actually on your podcast. I think that's one of the best interviews you've done. What's the name of the guy with the double quads here again? It's not Gunter. I always confuse him.
Jean-Pierre Fous.
Jean-Pierre Fuchs. That interview, I mean, if you guys don't watch it, definitely watch it. He came out and he just said he was like completely open. He was like, yeah, like these new guys, they are impressive. And he was comparing some certain things, even with drugs, and just like a lot of things you guys we don't see. If you guys watch the Battle for the Olympia, you'll see it. Like a lot of guys back then that were like bigger, they had guts. They
Yeah.
had guts, man. You know, and these guys like Samson, you got Beirut, all these guys are like 270 plus and they've got a flat stomach, you know?
Yeah.
So
It's like
yeah.
you have to learn how to pose better, but God forbid you pose in a way to hide your weaknesses. No. Show
Yeah.
your weaknesses. Like what are we talking about? No, you can't hide it. You can't turn to the. So you want me to show my weaknesses now? Oh no, you have to have your legs close together. Why the fuck would you have your legs touching? Either you got to have it so they can look smaller. No, the point is to look your best. Right? It's like no matter what you do, it's wrong.
Yeah,
If
especially like if you don't like open up your legs a bit and you have crazy adductors, that you have like another thick line going down there that looks amazing.
yeah,
Like you wouldn't see shit of that. You know what Jean-Pierre Fuchs why he was so good back then? Because you can still see nowadays how curious he is. Like
Yeah.
I do a German podcast every Monday with him and another German bodybuilder, and he asks us constantly about our opinions on something that he brings up
I like
that
that.
is not even planned or like it's not even like a current topic or something because he's just like curious, like how do you guys do it? What do you do? Like, and the most of the old guys, you hear them just saying like, "This is how it is. This is
Yeah.
how." Like,
Exactly. Yeah,
and
yeah.
they
I
never
thought I
ask
thought
you
that was
anything back, you know?
I thought that was so refreshing, man. Just hearing his perspective and what, like his comparison to now, and just having it just felt like someone was being honest for the first time, you know?
100%.
Because I feel like some of these old guys, it's like even if they want to give new generation the props, it's almost in their mind, it's almost like saying that they're better than what they were, and they can't
Yeah.
accept that, you
It's
know?
taboo.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
Jay is great
it's
too. Jay, the last
yeah,
episode was like, "Yo, we got to stop saying this thing about guys are not in shape and all this
in
shit."
shape, yeah.
He straight up said it. He said, "Nah, a lot of these guys are in tip top shape," and he's fucking right. You know what I'm saying? Because Jay, it's like when you're actually successful, you don't have to. Jay doesn't make everything about. He's giving the clients the shine. He's not. Well, I did this. It's not about. It's not about you. We're talking about the Olympia. It's not about you, but it has to be about them. Dennis James does a good job too. But Jay is the best when it comes to that. He can just give people their shine without making it all about him and his era.
Yeah.
It's great. We all love your era. Obviously, we grew up watching it, but you can't. You don't have to discredit somebody to big up your era. You
And
know.
look how he built his channel too, like partially at least,
Yeah.
like for a long time. Now it's not that much, but he showed unknown bodybuilders
All
work
the time.
out
All the
all
time.
the time, or like people that just won a local show,
Mhm.
might go to nationals or just like training at Goals or something, or like that's so cool. I love that. I think he should keep doing that more with
Yeah.
like some, I don't know, some guy that wins his local show here and he looks great. Like give him a little platform. People love to see that. I think where he works out with him himself and he's in it
Yeah.
too. I think
Yeah.
I love that. And it shows that he's not this egocentric guy that just wants to elevate himself. He cares for the whole sport and other people. And Jay is just the nicest guy ever. Like the other day, I asked him what size I should get from his tank top. Like I have his phone number, so like something we write sometimes. And then I ordered the L carnitine before, so he must have looked up my address, and 2 days later, it's I didn't buy it yet. I hadn't bought it yet. It's in my mailbox. Like
Exactly.
who
Yeah.
would do that? No one would do that.
Look how he treats you versus people who are nowhere near his level.
Yeah.
Right? And just compare it. It says a lot, right? You know, a lot. All right. What else happened? What else? What else happened these last couple of weeks? We had another show, didn't we? Didn't we have
Yeah,
Crizzle lost the
Oh,
show?
Crizzle just won, yeah.
Let me see if I can
yeah.
pull
Grand
some.
Hey,
Prix
man,
de
so
Mexico's today. Yeah.
James Hollingshead plays fifth again.
Uh-huh.
He looked way bigger. He looked like he found some
But
real steroids again.
he also switched coaches again,
Yeah.
which is
So you saw that? Whatever happened between him and Tuttle?
no, I didn't hear what I just know he left.
No, I just like there wasn't too much said other than James left Tuttle without telling him he was leaving Tuttle, and Tuttle found out he had a new coach without knowing he was even left. you know,
Ooh.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, being honest, he's done that a few times. It's not the first time he's done that.
yeah.
I think he gets really like anxious and nervous or something about competing, and he starts getting kind of all over the place. But that's not. I don't think that's a good look. I don't think that's a proper way to do things. Honestly, I like James though. I'm not gonna lie and say, well, it is what it is. I like James, but that's not the proper way to
I think
conduct.
Mexico's happening right now, and
Shit.
Sean, Antonio, and Regan are top three in
Oh
Mexico.
shit!
Wow.
Wait.
Regan's competing?
Yeah, you could go to Bio Without Borders, or if you go to their page, they're actually posting the. It's not Gilco, but they're posting the.
Wait.
Tonio looks really good, bro.
Is Regan competing
Antonio's
in Regan competing in the open or the tall class?
That's funny as fuck.
Wait,
He looks big.
wasn't there one other guy in the open that was good?
I thought so. Right? I was thinking the same thing. I thought there was somebody else doing the show.
There are a few people in here. Let me check.
Hey, did
Shout
Brandon
out, shout out
borrow?
Muscle Insight, by the way. Yeah.
Did Brandon borrow a place in top 5?
I mean, his
I
tan
don't
is
know.
shit.
Bro, you talking about Regan, right?
Yeah.
But it always kind of is.
Hassan.
But
Hassan
the
is
thing
in the
is,
show too.
so he has an allergy against
Oh, okay.
corn, and there's corn in Protan,
Uh-huh.
and then he has an allergy against some preservatives. So he told me, like we texted yesterday, and he told me he got some tan from this Spanish guy, Martinez, I think. Um, I just told him, like, dude, maybe you should try out Top 10 Universum from what we've used to use in Germany all the time. I have 3 bottles at home here. Someone brought me to the Olympia.
Mhm.
So maybe I can test if I can help him a little bit with this
Well,
freaking.
A little
Martinez.
off topic.
Uh-huh.
Bro. Like, it's pretty fucking dope to see Sean Clary at his age do this.
He looks
Like,
crazy.
Man.
He looks.
he
Really
looks incredible, bro. Like,
I agree.
looking at the comparisons from last year, I know he was kind of like fucked over last year, but
Dude,
what he brought to the Olympia stage, and even right now watching this is incredible.
This is really fucking
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
he
yeah,
gained
At
so
his
much
age,
weight.
bro, he's like 43 or some shit.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
gained like leg and shoulder, and the lat width. He looks way more X-tapered.
I would argue
Yeah.
that his upper body is probably the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
He's
But
been,
it's
you know,
crazy
I train
dense,
with him.
crazy detailed.
I train with him from time to time here throughout this
Oh, yeah,
prep.
yeah, you do.
And
But we
yeah,
know.
and
Yeah, sorry.
he's like honestly, like I'd say like him and John, like because John was already doing his training prior to this, and then they started working together for the prep. And I can tell you, man, like the guy does everything like to the T. Like
I believe it.
I feel like when you have a guy like Sean and then you have a guy like John Jewett who's so methodical, and you put both of them together, man, it's just like the perfect storm, man. Like I could just see it, like, you know, weeks by weeks when I would train him from time to time, just him just getting better. He would show me updates because he wasn't showing anyone updates.
Yeah.
And his legs literally like doubled,
Came up, yeah.
you know. It was crazy. Yeah.
John Jewett reminds me so much of his old coach, Mountain Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Jewett actually really reminds me of him. So it's probably a really great combination. Where's Tonio? I don't see Tonio's shit.
Isn't that Tony underneath Regan?
I feel like Tonio may be winning
No,
this.
I think that's somebody.
I think it's on the right.
You see it?
I think that's no, that's not Tony.
Yeah, on the right. Yeah, you're on it right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Oh, comparisons. Okay. Oh, okay. He got some Tonio pictures.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Tonio may be taking this one.
Tonio looks pretty because he's bigger than Sean, but better shape and condition than Regan. So best of both worlds, right?
let's say
Yeah,
so.
Tonio really brought the conditioning from the pictures I saw. It looks good.
Tonio's good, man. Tonio's good. Hey, who else is doing the show? I remember more people doing the show.
Hassan's doing it.
Oh yeah,
Hassan
the
is
song, right? And Tim Budasai was there, my friend. 107.
Budasai. Yeah,
Where did
Tim-
Brandon borrow place? Or where's he looking?
He's a
Who?
big dude.
Brandon borrow?
Barrow, yeah. It's his pro
Barrow.
debut.
He's talking about Brandon there.
Yeah, it's his pro debut.
I mean, it looked like he looked good in the pictures, but I want to see him next to somebody.
Yeah, that's why.
Because
Brett Swanson's
Most
in it too.
muscular reminded me a bit of Luke Sando.
his
Yeah.
physique honestly reminds me of Luke a bit.
But this one,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I think somebody said that already. I think they said that on Fuad's podcast. I'm pretty
I'll
sure.
tell you guys, Brandon is the strongest pro at Destination right now.
Yeah.
No one lifts more than this guy, man. I'll tell you that right now. Not me, not Justin, no one. You know?
The craziest thing, you know, he's holding back, right?
Yeah, he is.
This is him training at like 70%. But he used to press the 200s. You would swear there was 80-pound dumbbells. I'm like, there's no way. It doesn't even make sense, bro. 200-pound dumbbells. Holding that shit up, you can't even get it. Like, the dumbbells are so big, you can't even get a grip off it. Pick that shit up off the floor is hard to do, and he would make that shit look so easy, bro. Insane. You know. All right. Let me refresh and see if I want to see Tonio's. I want to see how
That's what I'm
Tonio's
looking
looking.
for too. Yeah.
Hold up, let me refresh it.
Yeah, Tonio should win this. He
I
looked so
think so.
good. But the lighting was actually pretty bad. And they still look pretty decent.
Yeah,
The
dude,
lighting was
backlit.
bad.
That's like the worst. Like that there should be like a template, like
A rule.
so you understand you cannot be backlit, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the
I was-
worst. Yeah.
I was surprised by how Regan looked. But then when I saw Sean, I'm like, okay, Regan looked actually 20% better because
Yeah.
I knew Sean is like peeled.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Didn't
Good tell.
look super peeled, but he was, I'm sure, because the lighting is so bad. So
Yeah, the lighting's not great.
They got a video of this one. It's not the best angle, but they got a video. Yeah, I think Tonio is gonna win. He's the combination of both of them, kind of.
Yo.
damn, how tall
Okay.
Tonio looks next to Sean. He's not that tall.
No, he's not tall at all.
Short guys win again.
Regan must look like a giant next to Sean.
Yeah.
I want to see Sean next to Regan.
Hey, would y'all have had Mike beating Sauce, Crizzle beating Sauce?
Like, I mean, the footage is so shit.
It's pretty shit.
If I'm just
I don't
going
think
from
so. If I would go pose by pose, I don't.
I mean, I'm seeing the first two poses, and I have Crizzo.
Crizzo looked.
I was gonna say
better.
if I'm going from previous, because we were all at New York together, in person there's a clear size disparity.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, Crizzo is really big
Okay.
in person.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I posed
He's
next
really
to Crizzo, man, at Bev's gym.
Oh, he was there for I remember.
I was in this video where Steve was shitting on him. Yeah,
He got,
Dude,
he might have actually grew his glutes a little bit. You see that? He got
Yeah,
something going on right there.
yeah. But the back double, he just. I mean, oh,
it's
man.
improved.
Oh,
It's
better.
improved.
You got it.
He looks uncomfortable,
Yeah.
but
I saw one time where he did it, where he just wouldn't open up. It was just back and forth.
Yeah,
back and
I
forth.
remember.
Like, bro, you got to hit it. Like, you know.
I think he actually been training glutes.
But
Yeah, no, this looks a lot better, like compared to even New York.
he definitely practiced
He's been
pose.
practicing. He's been practicing. Yeah.
Hey, how did this guy?
How he looks down. Like, what is this? Like, bro, look to the front. Just stop looking at yourself. And then this most muscular. Make yourself smaller, please. Look at the crab. Like,
He has to look
why
at
do
his
you
body
do
to
that?
flex.
Why do you do that? Like, he's almost like flat.
Hey, how did this guy get in shape? Because when he posted like 2 weeks out, and it looked like he was off season, but he's not shredded, but he pulled it together. What's his name? What's the guy's name?
Juan, Joan or something
Oh,
like that.
him, you mean? I thought Chris.
Yeah, Juan Pasilis.
Pardell.
Juan, yeah.
Pardell.
Yeah, him. He actually looks really good.
Dude, this guy is like, if he would be in real good shape, the guy has insane X taper. Like, his lats are so wide, his legs are so sweepy.
You're the one to show. You're the one to show.
His legs are so sweepy that I honestly thought it was like side enhancement, but I don't think anybody can be that consistent with the side enhancement to that extent.
But also give him, like, because listen, I always look at it from all angles. People are always hard on. He's a new pro, just like me, just like everyone else. Like, this is what his pro debut, right? It's literally his pro debut. So I think he's just going to get better as things go by. You know,
I think
debut.
I think he's done one show. Am I right or wrong?
I think he flaked out twice.
Yeah, I think this is pro debut.
He pulled out because something happened. Yeah, that's true. But he might have done one show. But don't quote me. I don't know.
It can't be more than two, at least.
No,
this
definitely
is definitely his, like, maybe second show. So
He should keep going because he can get way harder. I would keep going.
yeah,
100%. This Pablo dude is like the Spanish Leroni, bro. His fucking shoulders and arm region. Let me find a better one. What's his name? Pablo.
He was always very
He's a
weak
little
from the
down.
back. Do you have a
Yeah,
back
he's a
shot?
little down this year too. It looks like
Pablo
compared to
something.
last year.
There he is.
Yeah. His shit is crazy in there. That chest shoulder area is insane. I mean, shoulder arm area.
It's like a Burton pop.
Yeah. Oh, that's not a good angle for him, but you can see.
He's very aesthetic from the front. He's very aesthetic.
But the crazy part is, I saw him at the Cal, like in a hoodie. He's not a big. He's not actually not a big guy. He
He's
looks
not a
big
big
on,
guy.
huh?
He's not a big guy.
No, he looks big on stage though. But like, he's not a big person, really. You know, it's always crazy to me when I see somebody look crazy big on stage, and then I see them off stage. I'm like, huh? He's not that big of a person, you know. But that's all that matters on stage, really. Quizzo is a big person.
Yeah, Chris was massive.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
shout out to those
anyway,
guys.
boys, I do gotta go. I was only supposed to spend 40 minutes, but
Yeah.
the conversation was so good. I was like, I have to move some things around.
I think let's wrap it up there. I know people wanted to go 3 hours, but we got shit to do. I think we're good to wrap it up there. You good with that, Joe?
Yeah, sorry, he was buzzing.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, this guy's wearing 18 months old clothes at 5 months.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
did you
My
get
DH baby.
did you get his name from Sons of Anarchy?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a guy named Jackson that, but
Yeah.
I've always liked the name Jack and
Uh-huh.
actually really wanted the letter X in his name.
Boom.
So we just combined ideas and Jax was made.
That's simple as that. I'm like, did he name have Sons of Anarchy? That's my show. That's my
Well, technically, your name should be Jack then.
Jack.
Jack.
Technically. It's
Jack.
cool though. We're like his name's literally just our initials, Joseph Ashley, and then the letter X.
Oh, I didn't.
Jax,
is Weapon
Jax
X.
Palacios. That's pretty cool.
Uh-huh. Jack.
Jax
Cool.
Palacios.
You gotta
Jack's on.
name him Jack.
Yeah. I told everybody, you know, like I set him up for success. If he doesn't do nothing with that name, that's on him.
You have a jacked son. You have a jacked son.
Yeah,
Jackson, yeah.
that's a hell of a name. Hey,
But I think we're going to be Mr. and Mrs. Incredible
uh-huh.
and Jack.
Oh,
Oh, very cool.
that's
Very
fine.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
It-
Jax.
the internet wasn't that bad today, right? It started off a little shaky, but I think it was,
Yeah, I know it was a lot better. You didn't really
Yeah,
freeze on me.
You paid the bill halfway through, and it just like went.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
it's past due. It's still past due. All right, gentlemen. It was a good
All right,
one.
guys.
Nice seeing y'all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Leo, nice meeting you too, man.
Yeah,
Nice meeting you. brother.
likewise.
All right,
All right.
Hi, Jack.
Luck and success and blessings to y'all.
Yes, sir.